Welcome to this episode of Through the Year with John Wesley. Let's begin with some images. They're on TV day and night. Soldiers fighting a battle. Teenagers homeless on mean streets. Victims of a natural disaster. Life can be cruel and tough. How are we to make consistent moral choices in hard times? This is something all people have to come to. Not just Christians and not just Methodists. It's far from easy, as we all know. We've seen in previous episodes of this series that we need to find the right path. We've explored how happiness emerges even in the toughest times. We know it's a byproduct of loving service. It's not a reward, but an effect. Loving service in and for Jesus Christ involves your moral choices. How can we do this well in daily life? The answer comes from John Wesley himself. He gave a famous summary of the fundamentals of Methodism. He wrote thus: "Our main doctrines, which include all the rest, are three: repentance, faith, and holiness. The first of these we account, as it were, the porch of religion, the next, the door, the third, religion itself." That's a striking illustration. These three aspects of grace are a single, unifying process. It's a movement of grace. This flow of grace transforms a person. Elsewhere, Wesley puts it like this: grace forms and reveals the true image of God in a person. But not instantly. No. The process goes through its different stages as life is lived. It's on the porch, before we're aware of what's happening, that we begin making moral choices. That's exactly how it should be, because that's how life is. Most of us have to make choices about our lives long before Christian faith makes its claim. I remember reading this a long time ago in a book by C.S. Lewis. He talked about this kind of grace in a surprising way. Forgotten what the book was. He said sometimes our first real moral choice in life is not when we accept God in our lives, it's the exact opposite. Our first moral choice might well be when we reject God. How so? It's a very challenging idea, but Lewis was spot on. If we're really thinking about things and how faith matters, then we have to reject second-hand religion. We have to arrive at our own authentic experience. That's why most evangelism fails, of course. Almost always, evangelists want you to experience their Christ their way. They don't want you to experience Christ your way. Most churches are like that too. They want you to do their worship their way. They want you to think their way, to behave their way. Lewis elsewhere warned not to confuse churchianity with Christianity, and Wesley did the same. He said Methodism would be useless as a church when it had the form of church, yet it lacked the substance of authentic experience. He wrote all about this in Sermon 74 on the church. So, making moral decisions has initially to occur on the porch of the Christian house. There's a wealth of sound ways to make moral choices. Wesley was steeped in them, and you will also know them. In the Jewish tradition is the Ten Commandments. From the Greeks, there's Plato and Aristotle, the Golden Rule and the ideals of truth and justice. From the Christian tradition, Jesus, of course, with the two great commands. From Luther and the Reformation, the voice of conscience. Here I can stand and can do no other. From Shakespeare, the quality of mercy is not strained. From Spinoza, God is known by the laws of nature. From John Hobbes, the social contract, society benefits by common constraints. And I'm more than tempted to quote Wesley himself. Do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can. as long as ever you can. It's a disputed saying. Some argue that it's wrongly attributed to John Wesley. They may be right. But practical wisdom says that it doesn't matter who first said it. Rather, it matters that it has been said. For it's as good a summary of how to arrive at a moral choice as was ever written. Join me next week in the next episode of Through the Year with John Wesley. We'll look at his journals and the astonishing world they reveal. Thanks for watching, and please help us resource you. Just click to subscribe and get auto notifications of new videos.